Hi guys and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and if you want to see more. Coming up in today's episode we have the final 3 games of Easter Monday as we see Toulouse vs Hull KR, Huddersfield Giants vs St Helens and Wigan Warriors take on Wakefield Trinity. Thank you for returning to the channel for part 2 of Easter Monday's Super League games as we see 3 teams battle it out for supremacy over their rivals. Now, we are going to have a look at, first of all, at the time between Toulouse Olympique and Hull Kingston Rovers, as both teams have got a little bit of confidence after good performances on Good Friday and the Thursday prior. Toulouse on that Thursday were beaten 18 points to 10 against Catalans, but showed a good account of themselves, so boosted a little bit of confidence to go into this game raring to perform. While Hull Kingston Rovers beat their city rivals Hull FC in a great derby game, with Lachlan Coote being the star attraction in a 16 points to 4 victory. Coach Tony Smith had the reason to celebrate the game before it even kicked off, as it established that he had made 500 game appearances as coach, with 61 at Huddersfield Giants, 120 at Leeds Rhinos, 258 at Warrington Wolves, and 61 also at Hull KR. He also coached England for 14 games, Great Britain for 4, and Japan for 3 games too. Changes are plenty for the Robins as Will Dagger and Ben Crooks came in for Lachlan Coote and Sam Wood, while Rowan Mills partners Jordan Abdul yet again. Matty Staunton starts after being on the bench against Hull FC, with Jez Litton and George King making up the front row. Dean Hadley comes in for Frankie Holton, and Sam Wood moves to the second row, with Elliot Minchella continuing at loose forward. Matt Parcells, Corbin Sims, Jimmy Kindhorse continues on the bench, as does Greg Richards. For Toulouse, they decided to drop Matty Russell and Guy Armitage for Ilias Bergal and Junior Vaivai. Andrew Dixon comes in for Hugo Peze, and on the bench it is almost as you were, as Awar Pelissier, Gadwin Springer, Mitch Garbut and Harrison Hansen continue to be involved. The start of the first half was Toulouse's, as a short ball from Lucas Albert found Maxime Stefani, and Albert was there to follow up and score, with Hankinson converting to make it 6-0. After Toulouse were held up just over the line, Tony Gigot found Mitch Garbert and he ran through a gap to extend Toulouse lead to 10, which Hankinson again converted for 12 points to 0. Hull KR were deep on the attack in the early stages of the second half, and a ball left to Ryan Hall saw him power over his opposite number Hankinson to score Hull KR's first points of the game. Toulouse, though, had some wherewithal about them, and a break from deep in their own half saw the ball go out wide to winger Macron, who scored on the 47th minute, which Hankinson was perfect with a boot again to make it 18 points to 4. But back came Hull, as the ball was gone from coast to coast. After Abdul got the ball out to his support in the halfback role, the ball went out to Ryan Hall, who dove over in the corner. Following that, it was Hull KR's next on the board again. we go back from right to left and shipping the ball to King, who powers himself over through the centre of the posts, which Will Dagger added his second conversion to. This time Hull was facing a lot, but was getting the sniff of a weakening Toulouse defence, and an Abdul kick to the right edge saw Staunton back to Jordan Abdul, who scooted round to make the kick easier to score under the posts. Dagger added the extras, and Hull were now in the lead. Hull KR was pushing further and further, and 10 minutes later it was a good push and go by Staunton, who goes in for Hull KR's 5th try of the game, which Dagger adds the extras for 28 points. But Toulouse had the last word in the matter, and after a sweeping move, the ball went out to Marcon, who scored his 2nd try of the game, and Hankinson was perfect with the boot, and that wasn't enough, unfortunately, for Toulouse, as they went down 28 points to 20. Game 2 of this episode saw 2 of the form teams in Super League so far this season go up against each other, as we see the table toppers St Helens go to Huddersfield Giants for a very good 2 sides going at each other. Saints went 22 points to 4 victors into the game, while Huddersfield Giants clawed back to 20 points to 20 against Leeds Rhinos on Thursday night. So both teams want to continue their mentality about never giving up, but Huddersfield looking to be the 2nd team this season to beat St Helens. Before the game, it was announced that St Helens halfback Lewis Dodd is out for the rest of the year, sustaining a significant injury to his Achilles, which will keep him out of the rest of the season. He left the field towards the end of the Good Friday's victory over Wigan at the Totally Wicked Stadium, and was not named in the squad for Easter Monday's trip against Huddersfield Giants. The scam revealed that John will sadly not feature again this year. His head coach Christian Wolf confirmed the news in post-match press conference and exclusively told SaintsRLFC.com it's obviously a devastating injury for a young man who is at the early stages of a successful career. Doddy has been outstanding over the last 12 months and has played a key role in our grand final win last year, and showed his class even. He continued that form and class this year, and he was, in my opinion, the form halfback of the comp, and was in line for representative honours. Agree with that. What's important is it's not a career-ending injury, and knowing the player he will work hard on his rehab, and will come back stronger next season, and continue to be a success. We as a club will back him all the way, and we wish Doddy all the best in his recovery. Last year we lost our starting halfback and came back to win the grand final, and we will pull together and overcome this, and I'm confident we will still have a successful year. Saints made 2 changes to the starting lineup, as Morgan Knowles, who was injured also in the game against Wigan, was dropped for Jake Wingfield, who starts at loose forward, while Darcy Luxick came in at halfback, while James Roby went to number 7. This moved James Bell to the bench, and Dan Norman came onto the bench in place of the injured parties. Huddersfield brought in Lewis Senior, but in the place of Ricky Lulatelli, while at halfback they brought in Oliver Russell instead of Theo Farge against his old club. The forward line was also changed as well, as Joe Greenwood, Adam O'Brien and Oliver Wilson came in for Chris Hill, Owen Trout and Danny Levi. Jack Ashworth came in for Chris McQueen, and Michael Lawrence started in the place of Luke Yates. Levi Yates, Nathan Mason and Sam Hewitt were on the bench. After a break from halfway for St Helens, Darcy Lussick set the ball rolling through hands of Lomax and got out wide to Bennison, who scored the opening try of the game to give Saints the lead. Huddersfield come roaring back though. Lola here went to Jake Cogger, and after it looked like the move had stalled, an offload back to Lola here saw the ball go out to Leroy Cudjoe, who passed wide to Ash Golding, who bravely dove into the corner to give Huddersfield parity. Saints almost extended the lead just before half time after Darcy Lussick was held up just before the line to stop Saints going further in front. Into the second half, and it's Saints back on the attack. After Ignatius Passy is held up, James Roby entered the line with Jack Wellesby and found Mark Percival, who got the stretch on to score Saints' next try, which was converted by Makinson. Saints went on the attack again, but it was all broken up by Tuilola here, who had enough pace about him, despite an excellent chase for Ignatius Passy, to score the second try of the game for Huddersfield. Despite that effort and an earlier penalty by Russell, it was all Saints for the rest of the game, as a great short pass found Joe Batchelor to go over for Saints' third try of the game. And from a scrum set play, it was Saints back in again after Lomax stretched himself and was strong enough to get over the line, which Makinson converted for a Saints win, 24 points to 12. We come to our final game highlights today, and it's between two teams that are very familiar with each other, as they've played each other now 3 times in 4 games, as Wigan Warriors entertain this time Wakefield Trinity. Wigan have won the last 2 games at Benview, one in the Challenge Cup, one in the league, while Wakefield are looking to get back to winning ways after not winning in the local rivalry against Castleford on Thursday before Good Friday. Wakefield sees Lee Gaskill coming for Max Jowett, while Lewis Murphy returns to the wing, as does Thomas Minns. Eddie Batty starts at forward with Yusuf Aydin, and Liam Kay is at acting halfback. Sid Adebiyi gets a start in place of Jay Pitts in the side, while James Batchelor comes into the starting lineup also. Matty Ashert and Pitts have to settle for places on the bench, while Brad Walker and Isaac Shaw are drafted in to fin out the bench. 2 changes in the backs for Wigan Warriors, as Sam Halsall comes in at centre in place of John Bateman, who takes his place in the forwards, while Harry Smith comes into the starting lineup for Thomas Lulai. Willie Isa drops out of the 17 in place of Sam Halsall, but it's as you were in the forwards from the game against St Helens. On the bench, we see Cade Ellis and join Patrick Mago and Ethan Havard and Joe Shorrocks in the 17. It was Wakefield who started the first half the best, as they were attacking deep in the Wigan 20 and the ball was shifted to Mason Lino, who found Mins on the right wing, who went over for the first try of the game. After this, Wigan set about the task of beating Wakefield, and it was at the speed of Bevan French who got them on the board underneath the sticks on the 15th minute. Not long after this, one try became two, as a short ball from Liam Byrne found Brad Singleton, who went over just left of the posts. It was that man French again, as he supported Jai Fields, who gave him the simplest of tasks to run and dive over in the corner. Next, Wigan went right, and after a great ball from the centre, it was Abbas Mitski with his first try for Wigan, who went over for the scoring to continue for Wigan. And in the second half, Harry Smith got on the scoreboard on the 42nd minute, and following that, it was the Jai Field show. And after a pass from Patrick Mago, it sent his pace to go round the chasers from Wakefield to score underneath the sticks. Field again broke the four would-be tacklers to power underneath the sticks on the 48th minute. Next, the Australian contingent got on the scoreboard even more, as Harry Smith went to Jai Fields to Abbas Mitski, who kicked on for Cade Cuss to dive on the ball to score near the post. But the last word went to Wakefield, as on the 63rd minute, a break from Min found Jacob Miller, who went over on the left side. I must admit that was Murphy who broke for Wakefield, but that wasn't enough to settle everything down, as Brad Singleton put a gloss on the victory for Wigan, and great results against the side that they played 3 times, as Wigan won 54 points to 10. Harry Smith was on kicking duty, and he kicked 9 goals for the day, and Mason Lino converted the Miller try at the end of the game. And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, as we want to get the word of rugby league out there for you, me and everyone to enjoy our fantastic sport. I will continue to bring you rugby league news and highlights until I'm not able to anymore. But at this point, thank you so much for watching. I know it's 2 episodes that I've produced with these highlights in, but I hope you find them enjoyable. Saints continue to motor on, even though they lose Lewis Dodd to a bad injury. It's a bad news for the young man, and bad news for St Helens and England, to be fair. Could have been easily picked. Wigan back to winning ways. Wakefield, though, no. They need to do something quick before they tumble back down the table. Toulouse are getting cut adrift a bit more now due to another loss, or is it thankful that Leeds not winning again? It's being the godsend that is keeping them interested. Saints opponents Huddersfield. Do you think that they're just missing that one bit of quality so that they can compete with the likes of St Helens? St Helens weren't at their best because of loss of numbers, but loss of their halfback is still well. Hull KR just keep motoring on, and with their coach Tony Smith, they've got some experience know-how. That's the episode in a nutshell, to be honest. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. But remember, please share this video worldwide, as well as being safe while you're existing in this world. But in the meantime, all the best, and I wish you see you in the next episode.